So this is our 2018 SR5 Toyota Tundra that we bought new in 2018. At that time, our son named it the dump truck. We've upgraded this truck over the last 4 years a little bit at a time to make it more capable, as we do take it off-road quite a bit. It's also our daily driver, and we feel that the same upgrades that make it better off-road also make it a safer vehicle to drive, heavier and taller. When we get around to the front here, you can see the Victory 4x4 steel front bumper, which has a 10K winch, Baja Designs XL Sport amber fog lights, and a Rigid Industries light bar. Underneath is a set of RCI aluminum skid plates that protect the engine, oil pan, transmission, transfer case, and the lower control arms. For the suspension setup, we installed Toytec coilovers, which have a 700-pound spring rate to help manage the heavier load of the steel bumper and the winch. The winch is synthetic rope, not steel cable, which saves some weight, but still the combo of winch and bumper adds about 150 pounds to the front end. We've been very happy with the Toytec shocks. They do not have remote reservoirs, but they are 2.5-inch shock bodies and a good improvement over stock. These shocks have a longer rebuild time than other aftermarket shocks, and I've read different places that you can actually go much longer than the listed rebuild mileage if you aren't using them hard in things like high-speed desert running, which we don't do. Wheels are Method MR701 bead grip 18 by 9-inch wheels with a plus 25 offset. The tires are 37 by 12.5 Nitto Trail Grappler mud terrains. The wheels are somewhat of a new thing, and the advantage of them over a normal wheel, where they have ridges in the channel where the bead sits, and this is supposed to allow you to run lower tire pressures without breaking the bead and make it less likely to break a bead at any other pressure you're already running. The offset seems to be the sweet spot on this generation of Tundra to be able to clear the upper control arms and the body mount without having to trim. I fully expected to have to do a body mount chop with these tires, even had the plates ready, but that ended up not being the case. And even in large off-camber situations, fully flexed off-road, they have not rubbed on the body mount. The part they do rub is a little on the sway bar at full lock. We also changed out to SPC upper control arms. They're pretty stout, give additional angles to help with alignment, and are pretty easy maintenance. I just grease them every 5,000 miles, and there's a fitting right on top of the control arm. Next is one of the most important protection upgrades for a long wheelbase vehicle, and that is the rock sliders. These are RCI. They came in big when we did Hurricane Creek Trail in North Carolina. We put several scrapes on the bottom of these, and they did their job protecting the doors. I like how RCI extends the sliders to give some protection to the front and rear rocker panels as well. Like all RCI stuff, these were bolt-on, easy to install. The one disappointing thing is that the powder coat wore off on the driver's side from entering and exiting the vehicle and has begun to rust. The rear lift is done through these Coachbuilder shackles. They are 3 inches longer than the stock shackles, which gave us 1 3/4 inch of lift, which was exactly as advertised. Looking around, these seem like the highest quality product, and they have not disappointed. Again, another easy bolt-on option. The first modification we ever did was relocating the Diff breather. We got a kit off of Toytec, which was worked fine. Since then, we installed the ARB Diff breather kit on our daughter's 4Runner, and I'd like to change this one out to the same thing eventually. Rear shocks are Toytec as well, and are 2-inch shock bodies. No complaints, they work very well, and were not that expensive. Along with the lift, we also did a diff drop, which came from Toytec, and is probably the easiest modification to install. Overall, lift came to 3.5 inches in the front, 1 3/4 in the rear. The front coilovers are adjustable. We left it at the factory setting, expecting 2.5 to 3 inches. Came out to 3.5, and we've just gone with it. We do park this in the garage, and it barely fits. If it was about a 1/2 inch taller or the wheelbase was shorter, it would not fit. We did also change out the grill to the TRD Pro grill and upgraded to the Toyota factory LED headlights. They work great and were well worth the upgrade. Still to do is a gas tank skid plate, and that'll take care of everything that we initially wanted to do with the truck. I'm showing the body mounts here so you can see that they are still uncut and as they were from the factory. So I had multiple requests to do this video, and I hope it answered all the questions that you had and gave you enough detail. Did still put all the detail in the description so you can read that if you want to see anything about any of the parts that were installed. If you have any more questions, just put them in the comments below.